I was reflecting on that question, I started looking at why did I vote for other teachers in the past. And one of the things that I looked for was teachers that I saw out and about on the campus, teachers that I knew were involved, teachers that I knew were here for the kids. Also teachers that like to collaborate. I'm big on collaboration. I think a lot of teachers know that about me, and it's kind of a joke that I'm at everything. I like to volunteer. I have a bad habit of saying no, so I get to know lots of people because of that.
Well, honestly, I think that, you know, when you look at teachers, and our teachers are very student-driven, I think when you look at her, you see not just a criminal justice teacher, but I think you see a teacher who's also involved with cheer and spirit. And so she doesn't just affect a certain group of kids, she's seen affecting a lot of kids. And so I think honestly, when you think of those great teachers, and there are a lot of great teachers, she's part of the community and not just in one area. And that's huge for a group of teachers who's very student driven. And so for them to honor her, I think that says a lot about her character. It says a lot about her commitment to the kids and about her passion for our community.
I think she was selected as the Campus Teacher of the Year because she really appreciates all of her students. She doesn't just teach them, but you know, she becomes a friend to them, and she really cares for everybody.
I believe Ms. Schaefer was selected because she takes pride in what she does, and she's very devoted to her students, and she also gives back a lot to the school. Like, she helps chaperone like the cheer and dance teams, and she's also the sponsor of our PAL organization, which does a lot of community service, and a lot of events here at school would not be able to function right without the help of her and her pals.
I know before I was even in her class, she was a face that I'd seen around that I was very familiar with at any events. I know she put so much time and effort into this school.
You know, I think it's funny, you know, she's obviously all the candidates are great candidates. They are all wonderful teachers. I guess being a former political science major myself, I think her teaching criminal justice kind of sits with me in the message we try and send to students. And you know, we as parents, we as teachers are always telling kids, you know, it's about choices that you make in life. Well, she has the opportunity to not only connect her teaching field, she brings in the speakers, she brings in DEA agents, she brings in police officers, she brings in all those people that kids see, but she takes it a step further. And when those kids visit, you know, the criminal system, when they visit a jail, I think the message of, if you don't make good choices, this is what can happen to you, and does happen to a lot of people, really hits home. And so I think that gives her an advantage. And I think kids come back thinking, wow, she really, like sometimes we think as parents, yeah, whatever, your parents are just telling you things. Well, now you have real people who say, no, they know what they're talking about, we just didn't listen. And so I think that's the advantage she has.
My high school teacher, when I went to Lee High School, graduated in 1986, was Stanley Lehazar. And Mr. L was my criminal justice teacher, and he kind of inspired my love of criminal justice. I went into the profession, was working as a probation officer, and I would come guest speak for him. We kind of developed another relationship out of high school, just became friends, and he's the one who called me when the opening became available here at Lee. And I'll be honest, it took him a few times convincing me to apply. I would just kind of, okay, Mr. L, I got it, and I'd hang up and go on about my day. And then finally one day he called and got me in the right mood, and I applied and got offered the job in Ms. Taylor's office on my interview.
What makes her so special is that she's always kept in contact with us. I see when I had her as a sophomore, there would be kids walking into her class several times throughout the year just to tell her how everything's going, how excited they are, and how much she's taught them.
Just the amount that she cares for her students, she truly cares for them, and inside and outside of school. And she's not afraid to go that extra mile.
She teaches everyone very equally. She has like no favorites. Whether you are, close to her or not, she always, if you're doing something wrong in her class, she'll let you know. And if you're doing something great, she'll let you know as well.
Well, I think her X factor is the fact that she graduated from Lee. She is a proud volunteer, and I think she's invested in this community. I think that she holds the kids to high standards.
The students. If there weren't students here, I'm not sure that I would be here. I still get asked why I became a teacher, and it's because of the kids. I didn't know that when I walked in the first year, but I quickly learned that. I love those students, and I love what I do, and it's all about seeing their faces I call it the light bulb moments, when you're teaching a concept and they light up because they finally get it, they understand what you're talking about, and you hold on to those, and that motivates me.
What I will always remember is just her personality and how great she always was with everybody.
I'll always remember just how she's always been there for me and my family. About a year ago, my father passed away, and Miss Schaefer was there for me and my family, and she's always there, and I know if I ever need any help that she's someone I can go to.
Hang in there. There are days when it's tough. There are days when you question, why did I enter this profession? But again, it's about the kids. It's being there for them. It's forming those relationships. My hope is that every kid has a teacher that they can create a relationship with.